Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense, kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll try and run here with Swift. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
Jack Fox in punt formation for the Lions.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
In motion, Hill. From the 38, Tua. This to Jarwin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Tua to throw again. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. The connecting here with DJ Shark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Lions.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing again is gone. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is gone. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Goff on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
The kick by Parkey is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out on the field.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants with it. He has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
And going deep for Hill.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that would overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Let's go. Let's go right here. Let's go, man.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sanders' kick is good, and the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Taken from about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Dances by him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Now Tua. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. He's got room at the 30. He's still on his feet. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 50 yards. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and he's had a heck of a game so far, up over 100 yards receiving already. And it's not all been air yards as we saw right there. He's so good that when he gets space to maneuver, he can often turn it into a big play after the catch.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, rest! Right, 97.
Edmonds. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. To a fast pass outside complete. Touchdown Dolphins. Justin Jefferson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Oh, nice move. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That's good for a Lion.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now gone. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
And sometimes pride wins, doesn't it? Because, yes, they're getting steamrolled here right now. They're down big, and they're going to try a big field goal against them. Yeah, I'm not supposed to root, but good for them for stopping that one and showing that they haven't given up on this game.
Yeah, I just can't believe, though, that they tried the fake with this kind of margin up that big. But like you said, kudos to the D.
Yeah, the blood wasn't bad before.
It is now.
It might have started that way now.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Right, right. Yellow blue. Ready.
Tua now on first down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They dial a running play here with Hill.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On the double.
From the 29, Tua. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the... Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch out now. 50 fury. Black shot.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
And this is caught at the 8.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
They're letting him out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Edmonds again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one...
go as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gone. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Steps up, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Bridgewater going to keep it running right.
And hit behind. It's the football. It's loose. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Complete to DeAndre Swift. A gain of 1 yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now it's Goff. The open man is Shark. It's complete.
Down inside the 10.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge lunges. He's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
Oh, what a move. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense